All right, we're going to get vulnerable here. So, for the second time in a week, I have heard about a friend of a friend committing suicide. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm part of this project, part of this workshop. Um, you probably know a little bit of my story. 5.5 years ago, I was driven from my doctor's office to the emergency room in the back of a police car because I was suicidal. And that was the beginning of a long journey for me. And I've reached the point where my life has changed in just about a million ways. And I have learned the tools and techniques that a person needs to have in their toolkit to keep themselves healthy and make themselves happy. I really am, I'm truly happy, but it's hard to be happy right now when I keep hearing about people committing suicide. So let me talk really briefly about something that I did last year, and I wasn't even sure why I was doing it, but I had a friend, an amazingly talented local graphic designer named Michael Kerwin. He made this logo for me. So I want to explain this because this is part of what I'm doing here. So drummer, that's like my superpower, right? So that's my Wonder Twin power that I use to make people happy. And it's a powerful way for me to bring love to like a whole bunch of people at once. I do this in drum circles. I play in 3 different bands and it's amazing, and people dance around and they're happy, and I don't even have to know their name. So it's pretty kick-ass. Stay Badass, there's a story behind Stay Badass. So I have a definition of badass, which is loving, protecting, and fighting for yourself, your values, and those who love you. And if someone can learn to do those things, they will be happy. There's just pretty much no way around it. Once you do those things, these amazing things happen in your life. I could tell you stories. Anyway, fight, love, live. So that was the progression of my recovery. So, initially I'm just fighting to stay alive. Once I'm through that phase, I learned the whole love thing. So I reconnected with a bunch of old friends. I reconnected with my family. I'd become alienated from them. And this made a huge difference. As I became myself again and felt self-confidence, I was able to connect with musicians and, have a real network around me of people who love me and people who were there for me. And then at the very end, that's when you get to live. So once you've done all that stuff, then you're truly living. And then there's semicolons here. So semicolon is a tattoo. It's a movement. And a semicolon in grammar means that the author could have ended the sentence, but decided they had more to say. And so this is a way for people who have been suicidal to reach out to other people and say, hey, check me out. I'm happy. I'm having a good time. I'm healthy. And I used to be suffering, and I used to want to kill myself. And now I don't want to. And I want to be an example to people, and I want to give them these tools. And this is like a boot camp. None of this is easy. There are no shortcuts. It takes years to get to where I am now. But I know I could be the drill sergeant who gets all this stuff to happen. So anyway, that's the core concept of what I'm trying to get at. This went long, but 2 suicides in a week, so give me a couple extra minutes. Sorry. Anyway, thanks a lot to everybody. Rock on, stay badass, the whole 9 yards. Love ya. Talk to you later.